Welcome back to Let's Play City Skylines with mods and with me, Hudson. Last time we managed to build this little industrial park on the other side, and we have to start focusing on expanding the city, because for the next milestone we will get buses, finally get some public transportation going, as well as highways. So we have to keep that in mind. Other than that, things are going rather smoothly. We are expanding. There is still a huge demand for residential, and we just have to seem to meet those demands right now. Let's see what we still got. A bit of it's a bit close to the industrial, but I think it will be okay if we place some residential there, and then we have to expand further. Let's see. Power is good, water is good, garbage will be collected. I've got this new mod installed, or at least building installed. This large recycling center. It basically does the same thing as the incinerator, as it will remove the garbage, except it does not create pollution. It's a bit more expensive, but it's a nice green solution. Of course, we have coal-fired power stations, power plants installed right now, and we've got a water issue. Why do we have a water issue? Because there is no water. That's generally the reason for having water issues. It's not having the water. You too? Really? Okay. Yeah, people need homes, so I'm gonna expand. We got 18,000 credits, so that's more than enough. These people here won't be too happy if I start demolishing their homes, but yeah, that's the price you have to pay for living in this city. This is all still pretty boring, straight roads. Yeah, it doesn't really leave anything to your imagination. It's just business as usual, I guess. Be more efficient in the beginning, and you can be as creative as you want later on. Target for this city is simply to become as big as possible. Nothing less or more than that, just grow. Let's have a nice big commercial center right there. Do want to have a little bit of greenery there. There are a lot of stuff here. That's self-storage yard. Okay, they placed that as parks. I wish they would render this. For some reason, some do, some don't. Not sure what they have to do to get the image in here. Let's see. It's a big ass park. It's too big to be placed anywhere, so let's just place park right there. Make them happy. Now let's do it a little bit on high speed. Let's go on speed 2. Let's see if we can. How much? We have to get a population of 2,200, and we are at 1,900 right now. So just keep growing. We will get there in the end. Now I want the highway to come down here for large part. Hopefully we'll be able to get up there, or else we have to raise the roundabout, which will work. Might be a little bit short here, but yeah, it will work. I think I will raise the roundabout. By far the most efficient way, and then the highway can continue straight on. We'll have a nice couple of off-ramps, on-ramp situations down here to distribute the traffic. you guys have yeah, no wonder you have an issue with how the hell did you build there? This is not next to a road. Just rezone this, I guess. I think this was a glitch because it should not be able to. Yeah, this is a zoning glitch. This is should not be buildable. This is not next to a road, so the garbage will not be collected. And we have a fire right there. The drugstore is on fire. All those lovely drugs going up. This will be one happy neighborhood. I can say, congratulations, we made it. Boom town. And we get a transport. The transport tab here will be unlocked, and we have the first transport possibility, which is a bus. We have to build a bus depot for that. We have a cemetery. People will start dying now, and we have an advanced wind turbine, which is a nice option to have in comparison to the coal that we have right now. They create up to 20 megawatts of power if they are placed correctly. They can only be placed on water. That's a drawback of those things. Now let's see, we have buses, so let's pause the game. And local government green light city expansion. I did not know I had to get permission. Okay, of course this is they refer to the expansion of the squares of the areas. I'm not gonna use that right now because we have got plenty of room here, and if I'm going to do that, then I want to do it directly this one and this one, and then by that time I will probably not have the hydro dam available because that will take 8,500 people. I need to get to that milestone, and we are still pretty far away from that, but that is a goal. Get the hydro plant in here and become completely green. Now we've got 85,000 credits, so the first thing I'm gonna do is get me a cemetery. This will make people happy because people like dying apparently in this game, or they like having corpses next to them a lot less than having cemeteries. Either way, they're happy that they got one. Now I'm gonna have to remodel this. Should not be a big problem. And I want to have buses, but first let's rebuild this area right here by removing a lot of it. Go to the highway tab. Now highways can be tricky to align because they are generally two separate roads, but it's not that difficult. You just have to do it a little bit by eye, I guess. Okay, that's finished. Now, with the reverse mod, with the extended road tool mod installed, we can easily do it from this side and not have too much trouble. It won't be pixel precise because we don't have the grids. The grid, not the grids. Available, but follow our guts here. Okay, now we reverse the direction. That works just fine. Let's do a very straight, flat. And this will break a couple of, I'm pretty sure a couple of power lines, but we will be able to rebuild that. Now I have to keep an eye on the money, because this already cost us like 20,000, including the cemetery, so we have to be a little bit careful not to overspend. Let's finish the roundabout here. The roundabout is gonna be just erased. And I'm gonna go with half plus 2. And half 1 2. Half 1 2. Oh, that won't fit. So I'll have to. Why don't you fit? Because of the bloody pylons. Pylons are pillars are a pain in the butt. They're not intelligent, so they will just pop up where they think they should pop up, and if there is a road beneath it, then the road won't work. Now this will mean that this whole roundabout will look shit, so I'm not gonna do that. In fact, I'm gonna start here, and I'm just gonna say, okay, what if it's like that won't work? This will probably work, but it's a bit bigger than I want. Let's go again with 2. This still looks a bit wonky though. Okay, just accept it for now. It's a bit wonky. This is also a bit wonky, but it doesn't matter that much. Because in the end, the circle looks okay. Not more than okay. It's an okay circle. It's not perfect. It's not super, but it will work. Then we get an on-ramp onto the race roundabout and an off-ramp. Then we got this road here. And it might be that this is too short. So let's just, this will work. I'm not sure about this though. It may or may not work. Let's see. No, that won't work. That won't work. That will definitely not work. This will work, which is nice. This is just an off ramp of an on ramp onto the. That works rather nicely. And we still have 20,000 left. There's a little bit of a curve in here at the bottom, but that's okay. So this will now work. I also want to have a nice straight road coming from here, and then let's see. Plenty of room for this, and I want to have it as straight as possible. Just remove the snap, because that's sometimes a bit of a pain. I want this as be as square as possible across it, so that the road crossing it has as much as possible a 90-degree angle in relation to the highway. And the reason for that is that I want to make a nice, simple arm off-ramp system. Now this can snap because it needs to snap to 90. I'm gonna use the full block, and I'm also gonna do this right here and use the full block. Now this looks okay aligned. There is a little bit of skewing, but it's not too bad. I can live with that. Now I have to estimate about the same distance here. One block. One block. Remove the excess road. Change this to off ramps. And I just have to say, okay, this needs to be changed because this is an off ramp. This is an off ramp. Then I'm gonna connect them up to the road. Okay, now I want to have them roughly at the same distance, just for visuals. Shouldn't matter that much, but you know, you want it to look okay, or at least more than okay. You want it to look good. This looks good. This is nice, small, relatively small. I'm taking my space here. Okay, it can be small, it can be more compact. Doesn't have to be. So let's play. Still got a lot of demand for industrials, so let's build that up right here. We have some space for it, and people are using it already, which is nice. They're coming across and they're using it, so that it will relieve the traffic on this road right here a bit. And what we can do is use the traffic manager. Let's say change lanes here and have all these lanes be dedicated. So all the exit lanes are now dedicated exits. It seems like a very small thing to do, but it actually helps the flow really nicely, because everything that comes up here that's dedicated or destined to come up here will take the second lane and move along. The problem is that it is a two road that I'm using instead of the off ramp on ramp lane, so it will have people moving about, and it will have the crosswalks, zebras, how the hell you call those things. There is an option to remove them, add remove crosswalk, but yeah, it doesn't really work that well. I think that's just a glitch in the mod, and hopefully it will be fixed, because it would be nice if that worked, that we could remove the crosswalks altogether without having to resort to other road types, because this road type is pretty much the best road type you can have. It's relatively slow traffic, it's 2 lanes, and as long as the traffic here does not build up too much, we can use it. If it's become more busy, we can use the on-ramp off-ramp situation, where it will move faster, but you only have the one exit on-ramp situation, so that might also cause problems. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. This is like a medium capacity road system. Right now you're still allowed to cross it and to go off it, so you can use it as turning point. Speaking of turning points, it's always a good idea, well, to not break your power lines, but to have your highways turn back on itself, so people have an option should they come here. There is an issue with water. Yes, there is. And that issue has been resolved. Okay, so the demand for residential has again risen, but we still have a bus station to build, which I want to do first. Let's go to... I don't have enough money. Okay, I need 30,000 to build that, which will take me a while. So let's expand the city. Now, we are with the highway defined now, with it being built, we now have a clear section where we can build without having too much trouble. Now, things I like to do is utilize spaces where I can, such as this here. This will make it just a tad easier for traffic to get about. That's not very pretty, but it will do. By doing it like this, a little bit further. Ah, that was not meant to snap. I want it right there. By using this tool right here, and I will change that actually to one-way streets. Actually, I want to reverse that. Like so. It will direct the traffic off here and up here underneath the on-ramp for houses that or shops being built on this side. It's just a little tool to help the flow along. Of course, you're allowed to cross here and to go back up there. I'm just wondering if I should manipulate that, but for now I'll just leave it there. And every other part here can be a simple two-way road, like so, and so on. That is absolutely fine. Now let's lay down some water. I hate those little spots that force you to build another pipe. And of course you don't have to extend in between existing lines, you just can do like this and leave that open, but I like to have it all connected. It's a waste of money, I know, but I don't care. And yeah, let's get some houses in. Guess we might want to do something like a skate park. I think that's 3 or 4. This skate park fits in rather nicely there. This is the Paradise Plaza, which you get if you register traffic paradox, which I will do. And the reason I'm doing this is because they will create power connections between them. Hopefully, yeah, they do. It does cost me a bit of money, but yeah, I think I can afford it. And it will allow me to build up this area right here. I want this area here to be partially residential and partially commercial. Just like that. Now this is gonna be busy as hell. I'm gonna leave this part open so that there will not be that many cars being parked there. And I don't think that's one of the issues, one of the options here to create something like a no parking zone. When you have the trees available, it will show no parking traffic sign, but other than that, it's not manually possible to add or remove them. Which maybe in the update of the traffic manager, I don't know. Right now I'm already very happy with the mod, as it does allow you to nitpick your way through situations, and quite often it's the key to solving some major traffic problems. We will not have any traffic problems just yet. The city is simply not big enough to have that. It does have a huge demand for industrial though, so we'll have to intensify that a bit. And if I expand it here, it will create an issue, because everything for this area will come through here, and I might not want that. That's a big ass fire there. Wow. Yep, this is the Garments Limited. Well, I guess we won't have any new shirts in store anytime soon. And what did the Tweety Bird say? What a great city! I would think I'm dreaming if I didn't know otherwise. Well, yeah, this is hardly a city, but it's something that starts to look like a town. These buildings here are mods, and they're all based on Antwerpian designs, I guess. I think the guy that made them is a Belgian. He also made the Antwerp map. I have not installed that one, but I like the buildings. I like the way they look. They make it all look a little bit more authentic than the modern buildings. Look at that. If somebody could make like a mod where you can group these buildings and then zone them according to buildings, so you can have like an old square just lined with these types of buildings, that would be nice. But yeah, all the options that you already have in this game, that's like a cherry on the cake. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay, we'll have to solve the demand for demand for industrial in the next episode. But for now, oh great, do we have a traffic issue? We might have a traffic issue. And we don't have a traffic issue. We might have a potential traffic issue in the future. But we'll tackle that problem later on. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.